Okay, so Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. I hope everyone is fine today. So this is I think this is our final discussion for the final vlog. And today we are going to discuss about the analysis of the teaching session. So I will just tell you first, what are we going to discuss today? The first one is the students' behavior, and then we are going to discuss about the students' feedbacks of the classroom, and then we are going to discuss the teachers' classroom management, as well as the students' evaluation. So before we go into that, I will just show you our lesson plan for the previous teaching session. You can see my screen, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I can.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, hold on now. So this is the lesson plan for the previous class, and Dean was the teacher. And so the topic of our class, previous class, was food recipe, and we focus on two language skills, which are listening and speaking. And so the main objective of the previous class was to for the students to be able to speak with correct intonation, stress, and sentence rhythm in order to give information, give speak to give information for other people, and then listen to gain with information. And so by the end of the class, the students should be able to listen tentatively when information is given, identify the main points given by listening, give out information by demonstrative speech, and use the communication medium as a platform to give out information by using their own sentence. So this was the teaching activity for the lesson plan. And then the teaching approach that we have used is the bottom up processing. So may I ask you, do you think the teaching approach that we have choose is suitable for the previous class? So who wants to answer? Anyone? So what do you think about the selected approach? Was it appropriate for the class, the bottom up processing? Do you all know what is bottom up processing? Son, I know you're trying to speak. You can speak.
I'm out of words. So,
Okay,
um,
so
so bottom up processing. What was it again?
okay, so basically bottom up processing is so there are two kinds of processing that we use, right? There are bottom up processing and top down processing. So top down processing, I can say you are
Mm-mm.
looking at a bigger picture, and then you slowly from the bigger picture, you try to comprehend them into small chunks of information. Okay. And then for
Oh, general to specific.
yes, that was the word. So bottom up processing is the contradict of top up. It's you're combining chunks of information, and then you at the end of the class you will have one big understanding of something. So from specific to general. So mhm. So that was the teaching approach that we have used.
So Din was applying which one?
Wait, I'm thinking. I think I apply both.
How do you introduce the topic? How did you introduce
I
the topic?
introduced the topic, okay, by asking what can he see in my slide when I was teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that one is top down. You can say it's top down because I remember he told me that you can see the food truck and all before the title. Yeah. So I think it's top down because bottom up is from from specific to general, right? Or is it? Wait, yeah, bottom up is from specific to general. So I think I
Mm.
don't like that bottom up. No, no. I apply
So
only.
you're using you use top down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can make adjustments to that.
Okay.
I will like yeah, I will make adjustments on the report. So Wahyu, you haven't spoke anything. So what do you think of the teaching approach? Is it top down or bottom up?
Uh, I think I agree with Dean because if the bottom up is from specific to general, right? And Dean was like not like the bottom top bottom down
Bot
approach.
bottom up.
Oh yeah, bottom up
Mhm.
approach.
Okay. Okay. So we will make adjustments to that to fit with the classroom that we have made. Okay. So and then I think that's all. So we can now jump into the discussion of the students' behavior, students' feedback, teacher classroom, and students' evaluation. So I will ask. Who will I ask? I will ask Susanti first. What do you? What can you see from of the students' behavior inside the classroom?
I think he did paid attention. I think that is a good. That one is one of his good behavior during the lesson.
Mm. So anyone? And I also want to add that he is an active student. There are, however, there are probabilities as to why he is active. The first one, because our student is only one student, so I think it lessens the anxiety of him speaking. That is just a probability. I can't say it's sure for 100% because we haven't tried with many students. Maybe he can perform well with many students, maybe not. So I think he is active, and yeah, it I can see it lessens the anxiety, so he can speak well and very actively.
And
And
I want to add, he is Dean's brother, right?
yes.
Yes.
So it's one of the factor because he is comfortable with Dean.
Mm, yeah, yeah, we can say it like that. That's why his behavior is, uh, he's afraid his sister will be mad.
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe one thing that I think is quite unfortunate, but not really unfortunate. Like the downside is that we can see his expression. Maybe it would be nice to, like, if we can describe his expression to see whether he's like thinking, or is he like confused like that. So I think that is one of the like, maybe we can say this is cons of online class, because not everybody likes to turn on camera, because it also takes the data.
Mhm. Like it's our limitation, I think.
Mm, 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 mm. So
I already asked him to show his face. Then he was like, "Is it compulsory?" I'm like, "Mm." So yeah, he
okay then.
decided not to.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it's because of privacy, and we don't want to, like, we don't want to interfere with that. So it's okay. It's okay. So now let's go to students' feedback. So Wahyu, I would like to know, what are your thoughts about the students' feedback inside the classroom session?
I think um, wait, I think the student is doing well in the class because he is active in answering Dean's questions, answering the teacher questions, and he is able to answer all the questions, right? So I think that's typical of an active student. I think like that.
Okay.
And also, when I asked for his feedback, if you rewatch the video, the teaching video, take a long time to think about it. Straightforward,
Mm.
give feedback.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, San, what do you think about the students' feedback?
Mm, feedback. I think he is not very how to say this very what's the right word, used to online platform.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he spent years in face-to-face uh, class, so in online learning, it's quite a bit of new to him,
Mm-hmm.
especially as a secondary student. Unlike us, we're used to have online classes during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the reason why I agree with Susanti's point is because um he's okay, to be honest, their online class is very different from us. They never have Google Meet.
Yeah.
They
Mm.
never have
Yes, yes,
meeting.
yes.
The teacher
Yeah, I
will
agree
only
with that.
send them homework. So it's
Yeah.
definitely
So, future
Mm-hmm.
teachers, you must be better, ah.
So okay. So for students' feedback, I can conclude that we all agree that active and responsive inside the classroom. However, maybe due to, like, this is the first time of him joining a Google Meet class, because I also noticed that for my brothers too, the teachers only send questions for them to do. So it's basically just like it was just like home learning. So we are doing online teaching. So it's two different things. So I can agree on that point. So overall, the students' feedback was still good despite, and maybe it was his first time, Din.
First time in
Is it
like meeting.
yeah, a teach online teaching session.
Mhm.
So I can say that the feedbacks he gave, despite his first time of joining an online session, is still is good, yeah. So now we are going to talk about teacher classroom management. So I would like to ask Dean first. What do you think are the shortcomings did you face while you were handling the class?
First of all is the obviously it's our teaching aid, the
Mm,
video. Yeah,
mm,
I think it's due to my line. I am not
mm,
able to play it during the class, so I decided to send the link to him, my
mm,
brother, my student. So during the class, he watched it by himself instead of me presenting. That is
mm,
one. Two is also because I'm,
mm.
even though it's my brother, but then I was nervous
Yeah.
because to teach anyone before. So I
Mm-hmm,
do a lot of mistakes. Uh, and I don't during I wait during the class during the lesson I do not really focus on the classroom management because
mm-hmm.
there's only one student.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just focus on presenting,
Mm,
okay, and then teaching, just teaching. Yeah,
mm-hmm, mm.
not really
Okay,
focusing on that.
okay. I will take note of that. So from Dean, it was like maybe having trouble in presenting the teaching aids, like the video, and then the focus is only one on one student. So I mean, it's okay like to make mistakes in teaching. We're all still learning, and we're still. I think is this the first time we are teaching? So I think you did a good job, despite that. So don't worry about it. Okay. So I would like to hear from Wahyu. What do you think about the teacher classroom management, other than what Dean have pointed out?
For me, when I look at the video, after all, it's been already good in teaching. She
Mm-hmm.
explained well to the students,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, she is patient waiting for the students' answer because
Mm-hmm.
it is his first time doing meeting,
Yeah.
and the way she delivered the material is already smooth for me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is she controlled the class well, and maybe by the way of a teaching, I can see in the classroom that the student like slowly progress in the classroom from like maybe we can see delay in his response, but still he can respond well. We can say due to the teacher too, he is comfortable with you. Okay, so Susanti, what do you think about the? Do you have any points?
Okay. Because it's online setting, so we
Mm-hmm.
can't say something like taking care of student safety, no. But I realized
Mm,
that in this online class, Dean tried
mm.
to did great job with her facial expression, like how she
Yeah,
expressed
yeah. Mm,
herself during the classroom with happy facial expression, and also encouraging statements in
Yes.
order to monitor the students' progress and also potential. So it's
Mm-hmm.
one of the positive, positive management.
Okay. So that's all. Okay. So from me, I do want to touch on these things because I think it is important for us future teachers. So, according to the lesson plan that we have planned was for an 1 hour teaching. So maybe there were some things, maybe because our activity was not for long class period activity. So I think the time management, it's good, but it doesn't like fit with the lesson. Our teaching session was supposed to be an hour class, but Dean did class 30 to 35 minutes. So I think this is one point that we need to touch here.
Mhm.
Um, mhm. Dean, you want to say something?
Uh, no. I think one is yes, I was expecting the class to be 1 hour, but
Mm-hmm.
it's, he was very
Yeah,
responsive.
yeah,
He was very
yeah,
fast.
yeah,
I was okay,
yeah,
go with it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that can be reasoning too because we didn't the 1 hour class we initially we did the LP was for form 1 students, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
so
Yes. But then the
yeah, yeah,
students couldn't attend. So
yeah. So I we thought the 1 hour would be the 1 hour as well, the activity would be sufficient for them, but then we got an advanced, I can say he's an advanced student because he respond well. So the class session became so shorter than we expected. So I think this is one thing that we need to point out because in the future, because we as teachers we are going to like face many kinds of students, and um, we don't know their English proficiency, so maybe the teaching material that we provided may not be suitable for them, or maybe it will be too easy for them. So I think teachers need to like know how to fill in the excessive time, so we don't go out of the class early like that if we were to teach face to face. And then I and I agree with what Wahyu and San said about the classroom control, because I can see that Dean was handling the class very well, and I may give credit to you for doing a very good set induction, how you introduce the topic to the student. Like you were asking what was on the truck, so the students will get an idea of what you are learning today. Oh, you are going to learn about food today, we are going to talk about food. So good job on the set induction. And yes, I can see also that you gave further elaboration of the topic. I can see it on the demonstrative speech where you explain, because I think uh, he said he doesn't know what demonstrative speech is, right?
mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So the way you do clarification, I think you did a very good job. So I think that is all for the teacher classroom management. So you have anything to add? sekarang ya. Okay, so